And now the moment you've all been waiting for.
Hey everyone, we are back to do round 2 of bleaching out Lydia's hair so that she can go purple. And we'll be using Brad Mondo's super purple hair dye in order to do that. I did mine in super red.
And it turned out super.
Yes, it did. So this is the second round, and we're still using the exact same Faria Extreme Platinum. So, and I already went ahead and got everything ready to go just because it's a time saver, really. So we're just going to go ahead and start sectioning this out.
Don't worry, guys. You didn't miss anything in the making of the goop.
No, you didn't.
Not really.
But you know what we did forget?
What?
The hair clippies. Am I ever going to be fully prepared for one of these videos?
Nope.
Probably not. So, entertain them, shall you?
I'll try.
Okay, thank you. I'll be right back.
Come here, baby.
Crap.
Loki. Come here. You're like, no. You're like, no. No. Come on. Help me out here. People love cats. People of the internet love cats. Oh. Come here. Oh, there's Dad. Hey, Dad. Bye, Dad. Loki. Can I just... Can I just... You're like, that's enough of that. I don't think they want to see your butt, though, Loki. Your face is much more cuter. Yes, honeys. Yes. We don't need to have people seeing your little pink starfish. Okay. You just gonna chill there then? Huh? The internet loves cats, so cat.
Oh, is Loki making a famous appearance?
Yes.
Okay. Oh.
He mostly wanted to show his butt, though.
Typical
As cats
Loki.
do.
That's a typical Loki move.
Like, I don't care, really. So
Yeah.
I guess you can have my butt.
Exactly.
Although some of his face did get to show.
Oh, okay.
So they could see his adorable little face.
Oh, that's cool.
Mm.
Alright.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah, because his rubber gloves, it's still gonna hurt a little bit, even though I brushed my hair out to the point where it was getting super fluffy.
Yeah.
So, like, even though you have rubber gloves on,
it's still gonna catch.
yeah.
I know. I'm trying not to. Oh, that's not what they really want to see here, people. Okay, before we get too far here, I'm putting Loki outside.
Okay.
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 I know, Loki boy, I love you, but you can't be in the way. Say bye, everybody. Mwah. Yeah, we're going to go outside for a little while, okay?
He likes to chase bugs, and he doesn't really explore anything beyond the fence.
There you go.
So as far as I'm concerned, he's safe out there. As long as there's no owls or anything out there right now, and sun's still pretty much up enough for the predatory birds to kind of...
Not be looking for him as a meal.
Yeah, they're more like, it's time to go to bed.
Well, not to mention this side of the house, the trees offer a lot of good cover for our fur babies.
Yeah, especially our darker colored fur babies.
Okay, now, I've been watching Brad Mondo's videos, and he always says when you're bleaching your hair to start with your hair dirty. So we made sure that Lydia's hair is good and dirty.
Mm-hmm.
She hasn't washed it in several weeks.
Actually, I had a shower the day before my first day at my new job. Which, by the way, I got the new job. Shelter Creamery.
Yes, she did.
And I work as like a packaging person, but I also work as a sanitation person. Like from like 3 something till the time I leave, I'm cleaning what is referred to as the cutting room. And that's a whole process. You think that, oh, you sweep, you mop. No, I hose down the floor. I foam it with like a very soapy, foamy water. They call it the foamer, of course. And then I also rinse it down again. Then we sanitize everything. And then we squeegee so that we don't have a wet floor the next morning.
Yeah.
It's very interesting, but very time consuming. It's not hard at all, just kind of time consuming.
Yeah.
Especially when you're working with a very sweet man, I tell you. But it takes a long time to explain what he's planning to do.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind it because we both are slow, so it's like, it doesn't bother me. But
so that's good.
Yeah. And he also likes it when I sing to him, and I don't really get that type of thing around home.
I'm sorry, but when you try and sing without music, you make people's ears bleed.
His ears don't bleed.
Well, that's wonderful. I'm very happy for you, honey. I'm glad. No, seriously. When you can hear yourself and you can hear the music, you do just fine. But when you can't hear yourself and you can't hear the music, like when you're listening to music using your headphones and singing along with it, the rest of us want to rip our ears out. I love you, baby, but...
It also kind of helps that I have... The cutting room is like the only room within the entire factory that has good acoustics.
Yeah.
So that might help me a bit when it comes to my singing. Because, of course, acoustics makes anyone's voice sound like 10 times better.
No, that's
I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
You just sound so much better. So that's probably what's going on there.
That's why a lot of high school choirs, the teachers would tell us, whenever you can, and if you don't feel self-conscious about it, practice while you're in the shower room. Because when you're in the locker rooms, especially in the showers, there's going to be a really good acoustic effect and you'll be able to really hear yourself. So we used to do that.
And because of it, my constant practice, I've noticed that over time, my singing has gotten better. I'm more smooth with my notes.
That's true. That is true.
Especially when I sing things like Lullaby for a Princess or Daylight's End. You know, the softer songs that have some crescendo, but it's mostly soft. Like, those are the songs that I think sound the best coming from me.
Yeah.
But in a room like this, where there's, like, no acoustics at all, it would sound very stale, very
bland.
Yeah. Where it would probably hurt other people's ears. And if I were to listen to a recording of myself, I'd be like, oh my freaking gosh. I'm so sorry to anyone who has to listen to that.
Yeah, apologize profusely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I've listened to myself recording me sing. Yeah. And unfortunately, I've already posted it on SoundCloud. So I was like, oh. Like, back then, I thought, oh, that's awesome. But nowadays, I'm like, oh, my stars. What did I do?
What were you thinking?
Yeah, like...
Trust me, baby, every single one of us out here as at one point in their life have had a what the fuck was I thinking moment. Every one of us. I know I have.
Oh, yeah. Luckily, most of the things that you did, the internet was around to capture.
I was just thinking the same thing. When I was in my stupid phase and doing shit that...
Normally you wouldn't?
I'm thrilled that nobody else will ever see. Yeah, it's like, I'm glad I'm not still in that stage of my life where I was willing to, kind of just throw caution to the wind like I used to be.
Like the time you danced on the bar table?
Yeah, like that. Well, the bartender dared me. he said to me, I dare you to get up on the bar and dance. And I told him, only if you drink out of my shoe. He asked for my shoe. I took it off. He filled it with soda and drank out of it. So,
And you were wearing a pretty good shoe, too, like a nice pump.
yes, I was. They were my red ones. But I'm also a woman of my word. So I got up on the bar and I danced. But the thing is I was so freaking drunk that I personally don't remember it, but my roommate gave me an earful the next morning, and the giant bruise on my ass confirmed it, because apparently I fell off the end of the bar and landed on my ass. So, yeah, because I got up and I was like, why the hell am I so sore? And my roommate at the time, her name was Diane, she says, what do you remember of last night? And I'm like, not a whole hell of a lot. Why? And then she filled me in. I was like, oh my God. Yeah.
Let's just say if you were a sim, you would be either embarrassed, very embarrassed, or mortified.
I would have been mortified, but that's the thing. This was back in my crazy days when I was drinking, and we all know what happens when you drink too much.
Yep, you do crazy stuff that you wish you hadn't.
And that you normally wouldn't do, because alcohol does what?
It is basically an intoxicant.
It completely changes your personality. It makes you do things that you normally would never consider doing.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you just completely lose
control,
all sense of inhibitions, or everything's just gone and you just don't give a shit. I was there, but luckily when I did that, it was long before the internet, long before cell phones.
Yeah.
So I lucked out on that aspect.
As a matter of fact, computers being even in a regular house was brand new type of thing.
Yeah.
You know, only the richest people had that.
The first time I sat down at a computer, it was one of those old first generation Apple computers, you know, with the ones with the floppy disks.
Yeah.
It was halfway through my senior year, and our entire school, which at that time was kindergarten through high school, had one computer to share between the entire school. So, yeah, my knowledge of computers was old-fashioned, the type that you had to punch in code to do anything. Even a simple game of Pong was next to impossible without entering code. So, yeah.
Yeah. Nowadays, it's like click a button.
And you're golden.
Yeah.
Good.
Hell, you couldn't even click nothing on a computer back then.
Right.
It was all on a keyboard, and you had to write code for everything. Yeah. And you could only save at certain points. If you didn't save, it was all gone.
Yep, gone.
And if you press the wrong button, it's all gone.
I can't tell you how many times my senior year of high school, I took computer programming my second semester. And I can't tell you how many times I wanted to take that damn thing and throw it right out the fucking window. I would put everything I needed, and I would go to hit the save button, and on that keyboard, the save button was so tiny, and it was so close to the escape key that I would wind up hitting the escape key and have to redo everything. So glad it's not like that anymore.
Yeah, nowadays it's a lot more safer. Like, they will actually ask, are you sure you want to do this action?
Yeah.
It's like, no.
Yeah.
Well, back then you didn't have that luxury.
Yeah.
You had to fess up to your mistakes.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah, pretty much. I hope I'm putting enough bleach on here. I mean, Brad always says to saturate it. Well, I'm trying to, but girl, you got some really thick hair. Like,
yeah.
Super thick.
I get it from you.
I know. My hair used to be just like this, except super curly.
Yep.
But, yeah.
But then again, it's already pretty blonde for me. So.
Well, yeah.
We're just making it blonder so that we can get an even more vivid of a purple.
Right. And you don't give a rat's ass about this shirt, so
yeah.
We're not going to be too concerned about it getting bleach on it.
Even though it's a very nice brand and all that, A, I don't give a shit about brands, really. And B, this is way too tight. I wouldn't dare go out in public with this.
No.
They would all think, is she pregnant?
Yeah, right.
Because I have to admit, I'm not a skinny mini.
None of us are in this house. Except for Dad. Dad's
Yeah.
not the only one that, could stand to gain some weight. The rest of us, I've been on a diet for a year. And the rest of us is like it's an off and on type of thing.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I'm hoping that with my new job, I'll burn a lot more calories than my usual sedentary type lifestyle.
yeah, well,
most of the time, I'm on the computer
playing
Sims or whatever game I happen to be playing at the moment.
Can I have that, please?
Yes, you may.
Here, you can fudge it with that one.
Yay.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I'm normally just in front of my computer. Well, now that I'm spending a good majority of my week working hard at my new job, I'm hopefully going to be burning a lot more calories, therefore getting rid of this gut. Mom's already noticed that not only is my gut getting smaller, but the girls are getting bigger.
It's because you're building pectoral muscles, which will help support the girls.
Uh-huh.
So
maybe I'll actually look like a woman.
How about that? Not to mention with the thyroid medication that you've been on, which helps you grow, is also kind of finally letting your body catch up in puberty-wise. So that's another reason why your girls might be growing.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm late for a very important date.
Yes. It turns out she's had a problem with her thyroid that our original doctor, when I mentioned the fact that she's, 13 years old, but people are thinking she's 10, and asking if she was a midget, my doctor kind of blew it off like it was no big deal and not to worry about it.
Oh, she'll grow in her own time.
Exactly.
Which, in most cases, yes, that would have been the case. But I was at one case where it's like, it's actually a lethal problem.
Yeah. Well, needless to say, we got it figured out. You're on the correct medication.
And the right dose.
And she has grown quite a bit. When we first started this, she was what, 4 foot?
I was a solid 4 foot.
No, I think you were 4'3". And the last time we measured you were close to what, 4'8"?
9.
9, yeah.
4'9".
Cause
so I've grown a few inches.
Yep. It hurts her hips and it makes her walk funny.
Yeah, and I walk very stiff nowadays, but
it's because of the medication. It makes her joints ache because it's creating new bone.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you're going to have aches. You're going through what everyone else called growing pains.
Mm-hmm. And I'm also going through a lot more mood swings.
Yes.
Everything is a lot more irritable to me.
Yes, that is true.
Like, in my last year of school, I was starting on my medications, and
oh, that was bad.
I was still dealing with teachers who was like, I was in the middle of doing my thing in the middle of a help session, and they're like, hey, do you need any help? And in my head, I'm like, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. And in my head, like, no, I'm doing fine.
Yeah.
When really, I'm like,
you're dying. I think I'm going to split this again, because it's kind of a thick piece. Just kind of move it over here, because all is going to be bleached out anyways, so.
Yep.
But, yeah. And, of course, with menopause, I'm sweating like a pig.
No!
Yeah.
Hot flash.
Hot flash.
Hot flash in the beginning of August. It is August 1st.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
I know, time flies real fast. Do they know of our vacation?
No, I don't think they do. You want to fill them in?
On the 13th
Uh-huh.
through the 16th, we will be gone for vacation. We'll be going up to Michigan to visit blood relatives on her side of the family.
Yes.
Because the family that we dealt with since I was very young,
a very personal situation.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure I want that kind of information given out, but you can tell them about the fact that you've never met your biological side of your family.
Yes, I've never met the biological
There you
side of
go.
my family.
There you
And
go.
honestly, I think I'll have a good time.
Oops, I just put bleach on the floor.
Oh, well, we're replacing it sometime soon.
Well, it would be nice if we had the extra money, but...
Yeah, when I said soon, it's like, oh, wait, no, we're not doing it soon.
We would have been, but somebody was in a car accident, and we wound up having to use our floor money to get by, so we didn't wind up having lights turned off on us and shit like that. So, yeah.
Whatever you do not look away from the road for even a split second.
Well, if that
Because it took me like 1, 2.
Yeah, it was not a good situation. You learned
No.
really quick that when we say you cannot take your eyes off that road, we meant it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Because I only looked over for like a little bit.
yeah.
And everything went downhill like a cliff.
Yes, it did. It was not a good situation.
And
We're
now-
dealing with it, but what have we learned from that, though? As long as you learn something.
I've learned that you are not to take your eyes off the road for a second. If your phone starts going off and there's no one there to turn it off, like the whole alarm thing or whatever, grab your phone while you're still driving and throw it in the back seat. So even if it is still kind of a distraction, you know there's nothing you can do about it because you can't even reach it.
Yeah. It's just never ever let your phone distract you. Never.
Mm-hmm.
You were lucky. You and Dad were very lucky to have survived that crash.
And I very much give credit to the type of car that I had.
Mm-hmm.
A Volkswagen Bug.
Yep.
And not the kind where it has the convertible things, because honestly, those are death traps on their own. But because of my car's shape and rather size, I was able to roll like a ball, and there was hardly any damage to any windows, just the body, which is why I probably couldn't really do much with
the frame got bent.
Yeah, so there's no way you could fix that.
No.
It's in the junks.
Yeah.
Turn scrap.
You know what? We might need another box of this.
Well, get whatever you can with whatever you can.
Well, we might have to run up to Dollar General real quick and get a secondary box, or send your sister.
Jelly!
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 We need you to make a Dollar General one.
Please!
And hopefully they'll have another one like this.
Yeah, because...
We're definitely going to need a secondary bottle. But as thick as your hair is, we're just about not quite halfway through, and this bottle is almost empty.
Next time we shall know that we need
We need another one of these.
Do you have money?
Lydia?
My purse, I have over $20.
Okay.
In my purse and my phone.
Where's your phone? Where's your purse?
My purse is hanging on my chair, and my phone is in my purse.
Okay. Yeah, because
Excuse
we're
me.
definitely going to need another bottle because, yikes. Your hair is super, super thick.
It's on here.
It's not there.
It was on the counter along with a black shirt. I moved. Where did I move it to, though?
That's a good question. That is a very, very good question.
Not there. I didn't go too far. Oh, it's right there in the chair. In this black office chair.
Don't touch me with your finger.
I'm not trying to touch you with my fingers. Don't worry.
Ew, Mom, that's gross.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you said it first.
Right. Thank you.
No.
Yeah, haha. And they can attest to it too, I bet.
Probably.
Side with Julie, I always win.
We'll see about that. Our next challenge video that we're working on getting ready for is a tie-dye t-shirt. Who done it best? You know, who's turned out best? So,
Thing is, though, I just realized I have a black shirt that already has a little bit of bleach splashed onto it.
I know, you were going to do a bleach tie-dye with the black shirt because
Yeah.
of that reason.
Yeah, so
But then you changed your mind.
I'm gonna do that instead
Okay.
because it's there. I just gotta find
Now
it.
that's the sweatshirt, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's doing a sweatshirt. I'm doing a t-shirt. It sounds like Mark might be willing to join us for that. We'll see. It's up to him.
A special appearance.
Yeah, special appearance from Dad. So, but that's up to him. We're still not sure exactly which day we're going to do it, but we are slowly getting our stuff together. The the tie-dye kit has come in, and it's pretty big. So it's like, okay, it's supposed to be enough to do 42 tie-dye projects.
Obviously, we're not gonna be doing that many, but
Well,
you know.
But and I honestly wonder if you're gonna do something as heavy as a sweatshirt, if it would actually do 42 projects, because you know, I mean, a sweatshirt's gonna take a lot of product because of how thick it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a lot of bleach for what I'm wanting to do.
Mm-hmm. We don't really have a lot of bleach, so we still have to get some more supplies, but that's going to be our next challenge video. But I thought, well, we're kind of working on getting her hair to go purple, but I didn't want to bleach it out too quickly because I don't want to
Fry?
Yeah, I'm not looking to fry her hair.
So my hair is definitely not gonna get fried because we waited quite a while.
Yep. And I made sure, according to Brad Mondo, that her hair was dirty.
Yeah.
So,
which is probably a very good idea considering that it's recommended.
yeah. That way it doesn't fry the hair cuticles quite so bad, I guess.
Yeah,
it's like something like that.
It's like a protectant. Like dirt protects your hair from...
Well, I think it's more the oils in the hair, not so much the dirt.
Right, that would actually make more sense because
Yeah.
oil is a lot more resistant to a lot of things, not just water.
Right.
Like if you've noticed how oil just kind of survives through a lot of things, it's kind of a hard thing to get rid of.
Right.
Which is also why a lot of people wind up with acne at really weird places because you don't really think to wash those places very much. Like I've had the same pimple in my eyebrow since our first trip to Florida.
Really?
Yep, I've had that same weird little bump in my eyebrow. I was like,
Holy cow, I think you were like, what, 8?
Yeah.
When we did that? So that was 2008?
Yeah, so I'm just kind of like, it never left. Why? I don't know. It doesn't bother me.
It's just always there.
It's just always there. And I'm like,
That is super weird.
Okay. Now, I don't know if you guys can notice, but like one right around here.
They
And
probably won't notice unless you go right up close to the camera, but right now, you're stuck.
Yeah.
You're
I'm
stuck
not,
in this spot for a while, so...
I ain't gonna get up and show you guys, but it's big. It's turning red. And you can definitely tell it's there if you see me in person. In camera, it has like an automatic filter to make you look a little less acne and less wrinkly. You know, it's just a
It's
thing.
my iPhone.
Yeah, it's an iPhone thing. But in person, you don't have those filters. You don't have all those special effects that a phone has. So,
Can you imagine how cool it would be, though, if we actually did have that kind of a filter?
oh, I'm pretty sure we would have it on all the time. So
I
we
would
never have to...
Never take it off. Never take it off.
We don't have to worry about the whole makeup and... Because a lot of people, they will wear that all that makeup to cover up the acne and
Yes,
the
they do.
wrinkles and sometimes even scars. If people cover up their scars with makeup,
Yep.
it's like, oh my gosh.
I don't wear a lot of makeup only because it tends to, especially like if it's foundation, it tends to make my skin itch.
Yeah.
Not to mention, it's like back in the day, back before Dad and I got together, this was like back probably 30 some years ago. I wouldn't leave the house without makeup on my face. I wouldn't answer the door without makeup on my face. And then I met Dad. And I happened to wind up getting sick one year. It was like not quite the flu, but just a really bad cold. And
Yeah, you just felt like shit.
yeah, well, he decided to surprise visit me while I was sick. And I was in the living room watching some sort of cartoons, I don't know, something was on TV. And I heard him coming around the corner, and I quickly hid underneath the covers because I didn't have any makeup on. I looked like shit. I felt like shit. I was like, oh my God. And here he comes around the corner, and he's like, you need to come out from underneath the blankets, please. And I was like, oh my God. So I poked my head out, and I was like, I look like shit. He's like, oh, come on out. And I come out, and here he has a stuffed bear that holds a heart that says, I care about you, and a single rose, and a get well card, which I still have to this day.
Aww.
Yep, I have the bear, I have the get well card, the rose, not so much.
Yeah, they die.
Yeah. But when I came out from under the covers, Dad looked at me and he goes, you know what? I was like, what? And he goes, I actually think you look better without the makeup, even though you're sick. I was like, really? And he goes, yeah, it's like it's more natural. I like it. So I figure, well, then why the heck am I knocking myself out trying to make myself look really good with makeup when I don't have to? I mean, I'm spending almost an hour trying to do makeup every day, and not very well, I might add. I mean, if any of you have been watching for a while, I'm sure somebody has come across the video where I'm just playing around with makeup all by myself, and I'm just playing. Well, if anyone's watched that, you all know that I'm really not that great with makeup. But I do enjoy playing with it.
Yeah. I mean, you might come across a look that you actually do look good in, and that's usually when you're like going ready to go to church or going to see Mame or, something where you feel like makeup is somewhat necessary.
Yeah.
But you don't really go all out. You just put on the simple basics. Eyeshadow.
Nope. You know what I use? Okay, this is what my normal makeup is. And I'm not joking about this. I use my blush for my blush and my eyeshadow. Then I use a little bit of eyeliner and a little bit of mascara and tinted lip balm or lip gloss, and that's it. That's my makeup.
That's basically how I do my makeup on a regular basis.
Yeah, that's basically my makeup. Now, I still have those false eyelashes.
Yeah, those are nasty. I hate those.
But I found out that you can actually trim those down so they fit our eyes better. Because I remember when I tried to put them on, they were so big for the shape of my eye.
Yeah.
That they were all bunchy and wonky looking. They looked horrible and felt even worse. And then I was like doing a little research on YouTube, and I came across a video, like a tutorial video of putting on false eyelashes, and this lady said that if they're too long, you can trim them. You can even trim them so that they're just a small piece and you're just highlighting the outer lashes.
Right.
And I was like, wow, maybe
that could be a thing.
Maybe the next time I get bored and you guys are all gone, maybe I'll do another one where I just sit and play with makeup and see who wants to join us.
See, for me, I was having an allergic reaction to the glue.
See, and
I was having massive itching issues. Like, this is hell on my eyes.
Right.
So I was like, as soon as we popped the video off, and it was like, okay, that's a wrap. It's like, okay, I'm taking these off right now. Get out of the way.
I felt that way about clown white makeup.
Yeah, because
I
you
needed.
were having a reaction to that.
My face felt like it was on fire for like 2 hours. I don't know how Rich Lux does that. Every day to put that on his skin, he must have like skin of steel, you know, or something. But no, I have super sensitive skin. It's actually my fault for having super sensitive skin.
And somewhat mine, because I do also have sensitive skin. Not as sensitive as hers,
Yeah.
but it's still sensitive enough for me to have a reaction when I wore that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd have a reaction when I was wearing the clown makeup, but boy, was it hard to get off your skin.
Yeah. Even with the primer, it still causes a lot of problems. I will never use that stuff again.
Although I could totally see it for an actual clown purpose.
Well, see, the thing is
considering they sweat a lot.
Well, see, the thing is that makeup, the category that it was basically under was cosplay.
Yeah.
So it's makeup that's meant for like doing the cosplay type makeup trends,
which
you know?
is meant for when you're getting a little nervous maybe and you sweat or whatever reason and you happen to get wet.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna come off as easy. That's what they refer to as grease paint.
Right. Oh my gosh.
Jill's like right outside.
I know, but I'm dripping
Oh.
sweat down my face and it's tickling my nose and it's like I can't itch with my fingers.
I mean, could I try getting it?
No, it needs to be wiped off, and my t-shirt isn't quite cutting it. I keep trying to raise my sleeve up to get it, but I'm not quite getting it.
I mean, I could just.
Because it's coming down like right where the crack of my nose is, like right there.
Oh, I get that. That type of feeling all the time at work. But fortunately for me,
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to use my hands. I can just use the cuff on the sleeves that I use.
Well, yeah.
Because those are actually kind of scratchy, so I can just do this and I don't have to worry about getting my hands dirty.
Oh, that's good.
I can continue working.
Right.
So that's the only plus side to having rough textured clothing. Because usually I will not wear an article of clothing if it's not comfortable. If it's scratchy or stiff in any way, shape, or form, my body immediately rejects it.
So picky. Picky. Yeah, I get it,
You're the
though.
same way though.
In some ways, yes.
Yeah, but the only reason why I keep my smock on is I deal with a lot of raw product.
Our neighbors cloned their car.
They cloned the car.
Yeah.
Yay!
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And B, I don't really have much of a choice. Wait, I already kind of said that already. Of course, reminder first, because I don't have a choice because I'm dealing with raw products. But also, I have the benefits of not getting my regular clothes dirty.
Yeah.
Or I can easily itch my nose without getting my hands dirty because the cuffs on the sleeves are scratchy.
What did you want, Mom?
Can you prepare the other bottle for me?
Try my best.
It's really not hard.
Okay.
Ew, Lydia! She's hiney burping back here. I'm standing right here.
Yeah, but
Do I really need a green cloud of spunk coming at me? I don't think so.
Luckily,
Jeez.
my stomach wasn't hurting that bad, so it most likely won't be that bad. When my stomach hurts and I do that, that's when you might want to clear the room.
Still.
Hey viewers, you just noticed something.
What?
You just learned a fun fact about Lydia's farts. Congratulations.
Just what they always wanted to know, right?
Her
Jeez.
butt smells the worst.
All right.
I can tell whose butt I'm smelling after they've gone to the bathroom.
Yeah, she can, and it's the weirdest thing ever. I
Like-
don't understand it, but she knows who was in the bathroom just by the funk that was left behind. Yikes.
Like,
That's kind of a strange talent to have, kid. You
Yeah.
do realize this,
Yeah.
right?
and for some reason, I link it to different parts of my life.
Oh, you are so
Childhood. Dad's home.
Dad's home. Well.
And then there's Jill clogged the toilet.
Oh.
Because every time she took the poo, she clogged the toilet.
That's true, but the plumbing at the old house was...
It was pretty bad.
Oh my God, it was bad.
It was bad.
Yeah, you barely put any toilet paper in that toilet and it would just overflow and just drip down the... Ugh.
It was nasty.
Bad.
It was nasty.
Okay.
I learned at a very young age that you should probably double flush. Like you're halfway through a good... and then you just flush.
First, cut that small corner of the little packet there. Make sure all of it goes into the bottle. And then the smaller of the two bottles, you put the powder in first. Then you shake it really good with the flat top on it. And then you add the color one step at a time. Make sure it all gets in there.
I just have a lot of sassy gas.
Yeah, you do. At least this bleach is a lot less harmful to your hair than Splat was.
Oh, I will
was
boycott
bad.
Splat to the day I die.
Splat was bad on your hair.
The only thing that I liked really about Splat was A, the colors were indeed quite vivid.
Yeah, they were.
And B, the colors, except for the bleach, of course, smelled nice. It smelled like you were smelling something fruity.
And then shake this.
Yep, with the flat cap. There's a flat cap in there somewhere. Might be at the bottom of the box.
There should be. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah. The applicator goes back on after everything is added. Shake it really, really good.
But I guess Splat would be good if you had no plans to try to remove it.
Right.
Like, ever.
Yeah.
Because even the hairdresser, Tara, she couldn't get it out. She knew the brand as the brand you can't get out even from a professional's help.
Hole using the other side of the top.
So if you have any thoughts to bleach out your hair and then color it with something, do not get Splat. I'm talking to you, younger generation, like 12-year-olds and all that, where you're just starting to get creative with your hair. Avoid Splat like the plague. Get Brad Mondo stuff instead.
Yeah. I mean,
not only is it much nicer for your hair, it's also a conditioner.
You need help? Here.
No, hold on.
Bubbling.
No.
Nope.
Watch.
It just goops out like.
Yeah, it's supposed to be all goopy. That's what it's supposed to do.
Okay, it's just.
Can you hold the bottle though so I don't spill it? Thank you.
Yeah, we don't want to waste any product.
Maybe just gotta
That's all I'm gonna do.
pierce the hole a little bit better than what you did, maybe. I don't know. It's being a poop. Okay, what the hell? Okay, well, see?
Well, maybe if you put the cap thing point side down and then use your thumb and just.
I did, but it's still not. Here, I got an idea. That's not gonna work, baby.
You sure?
Yeah, because it's not sharp. That sharp.
It's gonna make it sharp.
Well, it's easier when you got scissors right there in your hands. Why work harder when you can work smarter?
I actually
Hey, by the way, guys, my mom's being very annoying today, so.
Well, I actually taught Craig that saying. He's like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah, work smarter, not harder." I was like,
Okay.
"That's actually a very good thing to
Shake
go
again,
by."
and then put the applicator on. But you're gonna shake it really, really good.
Applicator.
The applicator.
So this?
That is for when she goes to wash this out.
You sure?
Because it's conditioner.
Yeah.
You put when you go to wash it out, you put that in, and then you let it sit in your hair. We'll have to use a timer for like 3 minutes or so.
Okay.
And as you're gonna count to 60 slowly 3 times, and not lose track of where you're at.
Do I have to cut the whole? Okay.
No, it's already cut.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you, baby. I appreciate that.
We have more
Oh,
material.
we gotta undo the cap though.
That's probably what she meant. Like this something that she has to do with
that.
tip.
Nope, she's fine. Thank you.
Ah,
Be nice to your sister.
Can I go back and eat my sheep?
Yes, you can go back and go hide in your cave again.
she wants to eat more seaweed.
I like eating seaweed, also called nori.
Naughty,
Nori.
naughty, naughty.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to know from now on, anytime we're going to do something like this with your hair, we're going to need 2 boxes.
Yep.
For sure.
So 4 boxes in total because we know for a fact that my hair is too dark to get real good results in one go. Oh my gosh, you have a baby.
Oh, yeah, one of our babies.
I had Loki on camera at the beginning because we needed to get more stuff. And I was like, oh, the internet loves cats.
Yeah, and those babies will be ready to go August 9th. Although the one that was supposed to get the runt, they fell through. So we're going to be putting her back up on Facebook Marketplace. And
So if
hopefully somebody will be willing to give her a good home. Because she's super cute. She's black.
Spitting image of her daddy.
Yep, spitting image of her daddy. She's the tiniest, but she's got the biggest attitude.
Oh, yeah. She will not back down if
She's
you give her any
feisty.
shit.
She's feisty.
So if you live in the area,
Well, see, nobody really knows exactly where we live. They just know Wisconsin, and that's for safety reasons.
yeah. Well, I'm going to have to go and be late for bedtime tonight, but you know what? It's worth it.
Yeah, well, you don't actually have to be to work till, 9 tomorrow?
9:30.
9:30?
I have to be at work, in my line, and working by 9:30.
Okay, well. See, I got the job at the cheese store and gift store. So
We're all working.
I've even got a job working, and it's it's kind of nice. I haven't really had much of a job like this in a very long time. I've never done retail, so that's a whole new experience.
Right.
My first day went really well.
She only had a couple areas where like, oh.
Yeah, I only had the register beep at me once, really bad, and my manager came up and she's like, relax, it's fine. Just, hit this button and it voids out the whole sale, yada, yada, yada. So I did, and everything was fine. Now, I have severe back issues, which is part of the reason why I haven't worked in so long. The other part of the reason is because I was home with the girls. Well, now that Jilly's graduated, I wanted to find something that I could do to get me out of the house. It's not a lot. It's just, a couple days here and there.
Just enough to give her a little jingle change so that when she wants something, she doesn't feel like a schmuck asking for people's money.
Or just for spending more than I probably should have. I sometimes feel like a schmuck. So I thought, well, it might not be a lot of money, but it'll be enough to at least take care of the store credit cards. So that'll come out of my paycheck instead of the main paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll ease up some tension there. So that's good.
Yeah.
But I have back issues that I've had since 6th grade. And it's part of the reason why I haven't worked. Well, everything was good. I took some painkiller before I left the house. And it worked up until about 2 in the afternoon. And then I started being in a lot of pain. So took a little bit more painkillers and everything was golden. So if I can just figure out how to stay ahead of the pain, we're all good.
And I have plenty of Tylenol for you to use if you need to bring some with you.
Yeah, I know.
Because I have my own little capsule that I keep my Tylenol in.
Yeah.
Because I know for a fact that at least within the lunch period part of my day, I am most likely going to want to take at least 2, go to the water fountain, get something to drink, and wash down that Tylenol so that I can go on with the rest of my day,
Yeah.
knowing full well I ain't gonna have that much problem. Maybe a little, but I won't be as I was on my first week, where I'm like, oh no.
Yeah. That first week was rough on you, but you made
Yeah.
it through it.
Oh, I made it, and when I woke up the next morning, I felt fine. I might be a little stiff, but that's kind of normal for me because I'm growing. But yeah, I was just not feeling good by the end of each day. But since I've been using my Tylenol as I should be doing, I'm a lot more better at keeping my pain level at check, because I am a massive wuss when it comes to pain.
Yes, you
If
are.
I'm in any sort of pain, I feel like I'm going to die. I need to lie down, take a nap.
Yep.
Matter of fact, I was actually having some pain on Friday last week because of the lights that was around me. It was those bad
The fluorescent.
the fluorescent lights.
Yeah.
And I was in a room where they were really beating down on me. So I had a massive headache, like in between this eye particularly.
Here's an idea. When you know you're going to be in that room, get yourself a pair of sunglasses or something that have yellow lenses.
I don't think they allow it.
Well, you can ask them and explain
yeah.
why, because
I
it will help with the glare of those fluorescent lights.
Yeah, or maybe buy myself lights specifically for that type of lighting, because I know that they have lights specifically for like blue light.
Okay.
Because I know that I sometimes get headaches when I'm looking at my computer screen for too long.
Yeah.
Which has happened mostly when I was in my childhood.
That's very common.
Yeah, because I would be on my, especially when I was like homeschooled on the computer, because I am actually required then to be at my computer all day long, whether I liked it or not.
Well, no, you guys got breaks.
True.
I wasn't a military sergeant.
True. But we were to be there for a very long period of time before we have a break that the scheduling of the classes would allow. Like maybe a nap break or a snack break or a walk break. Because sometimes we were like sent out to the store to go get something. A lot of times it was me to go get milk or something.
Walk the dogs.
Jill's more of a dog walker. I was more like, go to the store and get me this. So go to the store and get me that.
Oh, I would do that to her too, but you mostly because you're older than her.
Yeah. And the fact that she seemed to enjoy the whole walking of the dogs a lot more than I did.
Yeah, that's true.
I was more of a task manager.
Yeah, you liked having a goal in mind instead of just aimlessly walking a dog.
Yeah. Where if I have an actual goal, I have a mission, I have something that I am to focus on doing. Jill, she was more leisurely when it came to her outside time.
Yeah.
So there's another difference between Jill and I.
Yeah.
She was more leisurely when she was outside. When I'm outside, I'm like, okay, I got this thing I need to do. Let's get it done so I can get back home and do whatever I was doing.
See, you're like me. I go grocery shopping, I go in, I get what I need, I go home.
Unless, of course, if I'm in a very interesting shop and it has a really neat slew of things that I like to look at. Like pawn shops and basically anything in Galena.
Well, Galena, Illinois. If you get a chance to go to Galena, Illinois,
you'll find some of the nicest people, some of the neatest shops, and most of all, dogs.
Well, yeah,
lots of dogs.
Their main drag, where all the shops are at, which they got a lot of really cool shops, specialty shops. There's even a store that sells nothing but socks. Literally nothing but
socks. Novelty socks, normal socks,
any kind of sock that you could possibly think of is probably there.
Yep.
So, but they have dog bowls of water set up outside the stores.
Lots of stores.
So
some stores not so much, but a lot of other stores
Yeah.
So it's a very dog-friendly area, and like, you not only once have I gone to Galena without seeing a dog.
Yeah.
And I've been to Galena like 10 times.
Oh, we've been there a lot more than that.
At least 10 times. At least.
At least. Yeah.
And each time I've...
What?
We got kittens.
Oh, we got a kitten that managed to make it out. Two?
Oh.
Oh boy.
They're getting smart.
We gotta find a way to keep them from coming out.
Especially when it comes to when the dogs are roaming around. And
I'm not worried so much about the dogs as I am the other cats.
true, they're a bit more
I mean,
territorial.
because these babies all have homes, so we gotta keep them safe.
The dogs, they'll
What?
most likely just look at them,
Oh, it was right out the
sniff,
door.
Yeah.
and back away real quick. The cats, on the other hand,
Unless they snuck out when I came
not
out
so much.
last. I don't know.
Did you guys are like? Can you guys go through solid objects?
Well, I don't know. They are kind of like little Houdinis.
So we got Hook
so-
and Runt.
Oh, we got Hook and Run. Hook is a baby who was born with a little hook at the end of his tail.
Yeah, it's like a permanent hook.
He's curling up his tail, like, "Ugh." And then there's Runty Butt over
Yeah.
here.
She's
who-
the runt of the litter, but she's also the one with the most attitude.
Hook.
And she's also the one that we still are looking for a new home for. Aren't we?
I touched the bottle.
Oh, gosh, you're gonna be fine.
I just didn't know if it would be burning my hand.
No,
or
it,
not.
it shouldn't. You'll be fine.
Chemical burns.
You'll be fine. And if it does start to burn, just say something and I'll stop what I'm doing and let you go to the sink and wash your hands. Okay.
It's not a big deal.
Exactly. It's not a big deal. Take a breath.
I'm breathing all the time.
Well, yes, I know that, but
I mean, if you're telling me to take a breath, that's kind of alarming considering, am I not already breathing?
There have been many, many times where you're in the midst of a full-on panic attack and you're not breathing right. And that's when I really say to you, take a breath, because you're not breathing right.
Well, that's even kind of not that good of a thing to say
No,
to me.
actually, it's the perfect thing because it makes you stop for a second and take a breath and then tell me slowly what the hell's going on so I can maybe help.
Yeah,
But
like
when you're
that.
hysterical, I can't understand you.
Like that time when I had completely spaced out that I needed to clean the kitchen at my old job.
Yeah.
Maddie, and I was off doing something with Jill, so I wasn't anywhere near my phone.
Yeah.
My coworker had tried texting me and even gave me a video clip of what I left behind.
Was
Gave it
not a good thing.
Gave it to my boss, and she texted me. And she kind of figured I was, like, asleep or something, so she basically just texted me and was like, oh, when you wake up, you're in big trouble. And I was like, I saw that after I was with my phone, because I was like, oh, I forgot my phone, I'll go get it. Yeah. That was when I saw, oh, I got some messages. Beep.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's when a massive strike of anxiety came in. I was hyperventilating. I was
It was not good.
waterfalls were coming from my eyes, and my mind went from oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna get fired, and ugh.
Yeah.
I didn't get fired.
No.
I just got a really big brow beating, and I can completely understand why that was an unacceptable mess for me to leave behind.
Yep.
But on the same token,
Okay, what exactly is that supposed to mean? Because I
like
guarantee
I
you.
was having a panic attack so strong that you can understand anything I was saying or doing.
Which is why I had said what I said. You need
Yeah.
to take a breath because I can't understand a thing you're saying.
And
I
then,
just know you're upset about something.
yeah, you knew I was freaking out after I read a text. I was
Yeah.
like, oh,
I was like, what
okay,
the
what's
hell
going on?
is going on?
And then finally, when I gained my composure, I finally was able to spit out that I really fucked up at work, and I'm probably gonna get fired over it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when Mom understood why I had such a strong freak out.
Yeah.
Now I have an actual technique as to what I should do when I'm having a moment like that, and it's called grounding. I find things around the room that is a specific color, because I am that type of person where I will find colors on different things.
It's a visual.
I'm a very visual person. So say I'm looking for something that's blue. So it'll be like blue, blue. Go for simple colors too. Don't go for something that's like beige
Or hard to
periwinkle. Like
Hard to find
go for a
colors.
simple color that you know could be around you. Because if it's a very rare color that you generally don't find in the room you're in, you're probably gonna have a hard time calming down.
Mm-hmm.
But going for a simple, everyday, everyone's got it color, then you have a more chance to find that color, count how many colors you can find of that color. Even if it's just like, oh, well, that's kind of like that type of green, kind of go into a subcategory. That's even better. Because then you're thinking about something completely different than what's immediately going on to make you have the attack in the first place.
Right.
Like, a lot of times I'm looking for pinks and purples. Because in my house, we have a lot of pinks and purples. So I'll go look around and I'd be like, oh, well, that's a sparkly pink. Or, oh, that's like a pink and purple together.
Mm-hmm.
It really helps me calm down and assess, okay, now why was I upset? Oh, yeah, that was why. And then I try to assess, how can I fix that? Because by then, my mind is a lot more calm, a lot more clear, and able to be readily able to take care of the thing.
Take care of the thing?
Whatever's thing that might have been giving me the anxiety attack.
Right. I'm giving you a hard time.
I know.
I'm playing with you.
Yes.
Because I don't want things to get too heavy on this channel, because this channel is all about kicks and giggles.
Yes. But yes. Yes, but yes.
Yeah.
I have such a weird vocabulary, don't I?
Sometimes. Not always, just sometimes.
Most of the time.
Does that feel okay?
It feels okay.
Okay, now. Be right back.
Your gloves are full of gunk.
Well, these are nice gloves. I don't want to just get rid of them. So
True.
I'm washing them off. Because these are heavy duty gloves.
Yeah.
So definitely washable and reusable.
Although it's not recommended, but we don't really do what's recommended sometimes.
Isn't that the truth?
It's just kind of in human nature. Don't press the button.
It's like since when do I follow rules?
Well, there's laws that you follow, all the time.
Well, yeah, that's a different story. But when it comes to something like this, when it doesn't really matter, who cares?
Yeah.
It would be different if I was doing food or something like that, but I'm not.
No, you're dealing with hair.
I'm dealing with hair. So, now...
Put a bag on my head, and no, we're not going to cover my facial orifices.
No, we're not. We're going to get your hair into this bag. Once I get it in there, I can take the clip out. There. It was the easiest way to get all of your hair into the bag.
Without you needing to touch it.
Right. Okay. Up and over the ears. Just as much as I can. Oh, we got to get all this stuff in. Hold this on this side, please. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, that is a bit of blonde.
Yeah. Okay, now I need you to look at me. Okay.
It's just like wearing a hairnet, but it's made of plastic.
Yeah, and this is supposed to keep the heat in your hair.
So we don't have to use a hair dryer.
Well, we don't even really have that kind of a hair dryer.
Yeah, we have
Stay put for just a minute.
We have a hair dryer, but it's not the kind we need. We need the kind where it encloses your entire head.
Exactly.
And we don't exactly have that, so we kind of make ourselves a makeshift hair dryer.
Kind of.
With body heat.
And you're just going to basically be a unicorn. Yay.
Yay, I grant wishes.
Yeah, right. Maybe this little one over here might work better, even though there's bleach on it.
It's actually,
How's that?
that's fine.
Okay, now.
I can just adjust it like,
Yeah, let's set a timer on your phone. Or we'll set the timer on the stove.
yeah, that'll be better because my phone is already pretty low on battery.
Yeah.
21%. Also, I gotta fix up my money situation because it's all fricked up.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll be back to show you the results of this in our next video. Because once again, I still haven't figured it out. I don't know. Maybe I'll figure it out between now and then. I don't know. We'll see. But until then, we'll see you later. Thanks for joining us.
Bye.
Bye.